All right, here we are with Alien, and this is going to be the most watched video of the entire Alien series. Well, maybe not, but I bet you people are going to want to look at this one because this one's going to be all about the Xenomorphs. That's right. We are going to look at those pesky little things that you see on the cover there. Don't take one home as a pet. You're not going to be able to tame him. Just murder them all, nuke them from orbit. It's the only way to be safe. All those little cliches, you've got to do it. Ripley was right. Tell me that we're going to go there to wipe them out. We're not going to study them. But you know what? You work for the corporation, don't you? And the corporation wants you to bring one back. Because maybe you could save lives. And we could do medical experience. You know, a new drug could come out of these things. And you wanting to wipe them out just caused people to die of cancer. And that's what they're telling you as they try to build the bioweapon. And we're going to find out more about these xenomorphs in just a moment. The best tabletop RPG groups follow these core values to respect the campaign setting, the game, and the people at the table. Refer to the URL in the video's description to donate to the charity we support, the Wounded Warrior Project. Sunday on Rumble and YouTube, we provide tabletop RPG game, system, and setting overviews. Then on Friday, a panel of guests editorialize on the TTRPG hobby as a whole. Thursdays and Saturdays are when Heathen Dog leads his Dirty Casuals video game squad on twitch.tv/legionofmyth. Please like and share this video with your friends and on social media, and subscribe to Legion of Myth for more tabletop RPG content. Boom, boom, our Xenomorph. I'm showing network issues again. Once again, if I am sounding like a robot, if there are frame drops and so forth, I apologize. If it's not happening, well, I'm still saying it, so I don't need to have 500 people in chat saying, oh my God, is Max still there? I'm still here. I'm still recording. If it looks like crap on the stream, it shouldn't look like crap when the videos go live, theoretically. Anyway, so let's, I don't know what's going on. I'm not having any network issues here that I know about. Okay. Are we ready? Turn off the lights. In your room, you should have just one red light, very dim, and that's how you want to watch this video. Maybe even have a little slasher flick sounds going on in the background. Shh, 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 shh. I don't know, but let's go look at our xenomorphs. Alien species xenomorphs on page. What does that say? 290. I don't know. It's really tiny. There you go. Now I can read it. 290. So 290. That's a 3. 94. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. Xenomorphs. All right. Did you know that there are more than just xenomorphs? There are all types of weird little names. All these little morphy names. Neomorphs. Praetomorphs. Ultramorphs and xenomorphs. Forget anything and everything you've heard before about facing off against aliens. Look, I'm going to feed you to a xenomorph. I'm going to put a little mini face hugger on you. Little mini one. And then it's going to pop out like an Ice Pirates. You're going to have space herpes. Ignore the macho bravado you've overheard drunken Marines spout at bars, especially those with no scars on their faces and all their limbs intact. They are cocky and alive because they haven't actually seen a Xeno in real life. If they knew anything worthwhile about these things, they would be shaken and reserved. If you see... Oh my God. Come here. Oh, there you go. Show yourself to everybody out there and how annoying you can be. No, now you're just going to be cute, aren't you? See, if you see a Xeno, you do one thing. Run. You don't stand a chance. You never did, and you never will. You think you've got superior firepower in your hands? Ha! Use all your big fancy toys to cover your escape, but get the hell out of there. Good? Good? Goodbye. While the classic Xenomorph XX121, yeah, whatever that scientific designation is it's crazy cat. Where are we? Is the one whispered out most on the frontier. There are also other breeds created by the various strains of the xenovirus pathogen. A range of them are presented below, but there are several others that will be detailed in further supplements, so you don't even have the full list. Great. That's awesome. If I can't have the full list, I don't want to go out there because I don't want to have to guess what this thing can do and how it's going to eat me and how I can kill it. Each one of these xenotypes is terrifying in its own way, and will give you something to suffer PTSD over if you can get out alive. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. You know what? All right. General xenomorph rules. In combat, xenomorphs follow special rules. Primarily, they have a speed rating and they have a signature attack. Hello, Travis? Skills. Xenomorphs don't have attributes like humans. They can use specific skills and then roll a number of base dice equal to their skill level only. Xenomorphs can have skill levels much higher than humans. They never push rolls. Really, to be fair, no NPCs really push rolls. Now, I know in the video we may have said something differently, but just generically in the Free League games, NPCs don't generally push rolls. And if this one's different, I just don't remember, that's fine, but that's kind of a player character thing. Most xenomorphs also have thick hide, resistant to attack, giving them a natural armor rating. Health. When a xenomorph is reduced to 0 health, it isn't broken in the way a human is. Instead, roll a d6 on the critical injury table to the right. Well, let's take a look at that in a moment. Special abilities. Some xenomorphs have special actions beyond their signature attacks. This is specified on each xenomorph description. All right, so let's you broke it. You finally got through the armor and you went brr, 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 and you finally took one down, right? You think you broke it. Let's just see what it said to the right. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. Oh, look at that number 1. It rises again. But let's just see what happens. You broke it. It should be down. If you're a human, you'd be one step away from being murderfied. And I missed my day. Hey, these are not kitty toys. These are dice. Don't get excited. 2. Wounded. The xenomorph staggers, bleeding severely. Its speed is -1 to a minimum 1, losing the lowest initiative. But regains 1 point of health. Okay, regains 1 point of health. Roll a d6 at the start of each round. On a 1 to 3, it tries to escape. How do you kill these things? All right. Okay, if you get a 5 or 6, instant death is torn apart. Okay. Last breath, mortally wounded and contorts wildly on its next initiative, try to kill the nearest victim, then the beast dies. Okay, so basically it's got one last desperate action. The xenomorph is severely wounded, cries out in alien fury. It immediately gets to perform a fast and slow action immediately. Who cares if it's already taken an action this round? It immediately gets to perform a fast and slow action outside of the normal turn order. This is crazy. Roll a d6, and on a 1 to 3, it tries to escape. Bye-bye. On a 4 to 6, instantly attacks the closest opponent. Fails to inflict any damage, the creature dies. If it succeeds, it regains 1 point of health. That's an interesting mechanic right there. And then, the one we didn't roll, rise again. Xenomorph falls to the ground seemingly dead, but it's a ruse. If it's attacked again or on its next initiative, it regains 1 point of health and rises, fueled by instinctive hatred. I don't want to fight one. They're mean. Speed. Xenomorphs are often much faster than human beings. Plus, they can climb on walls. Plus, they come out of shadows. Plus, they're just creepy all around. This is represented by its speed rating. Speed has 2 uses. In stealth mode, the xenomorph can move 2 Wow. In stealth mode, it can move 2 zones per point of speed. So if it has like a speed of 4, it's moving 8 turns. I bet you it doesn't have a speed of 4. But it can move, 8 zones. That's crazy. Humans can move 2 zones, so we have a speed of 1. In combat, xenomorphs get to act once for each point of speed in a round. What? So if it has a speed of 4, it can act 4 times in a round. That's, again, nuts. Draw 1 initiative card for each point of speed. At each point of action, the xenomorph gets to perform 1 fast and 1... 1 fast and 1 slow action. Now, to be fair, that's not 2 attacks, right? Because attacks are all slow actions. But that's 4 attacks per round, plus 4 whatever fast actions it wants to do to lead up to that. Nutsoid. Signature attack. Most xenomorphs attack only in close combat. Well, we've got that going for us. At engaged range. However, they don't make ordinary close combat attacks. Instead, each time a xenomorph attacks, roll a d6 on a table for the creature's signature attacks and resolve the effects. Okay, so this one's basically mandating that you make that random roll. I'm not against that. But I liked it because I like kind of the chaos of it. Plus, we don't understand how an alien thinks. He isn't necessarily going to do what we'd think would be the most tactically sound. Sub-signature attacks are extremely deadly. You think, an extra set of teeth coming out and biting off your face? I'm just saying. Blocking, unless stated otherwise, a signature attack can be blocked, but doing so requires some form of weapon or blunt instrument. Okay. Oh, and just think about those tails that they've got. It's nuts. All right, where's our funny attacks? Where's our special attacks? Did I miss it? Did it say it's on the page? Xenomorph signature attacks. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna have to wait for that. What's this ugly guy? Is that like a baby? Term neomorph is the common name for the endoparasitic extraterrestrial organism that was originally encountered by humans on Planet 4 of the Uncharted System in Sector 87. This must be one of the movies I didn't see. It's believed that an ecological disaster there brought on by the release of agent yada yada in the atmosphere led to the accelerant settling on and mutating native fungal and insect life to produce a living nightmare. Oh, so they're like the greenskins in Warhammer. Similar to Xenomorph XX121, the neomorph parasite is delivered to a host via a carrier organism. Lovely. Once implanted, the parasite gestates within a living host who is killed by the creature's violent birth, of course. There are a number of differences, however, causing the creature to be classified separately. Hey, Michael Conner, good to see you. Don't worry, everything we talked about today will end up in a video that goes out live this week, and hopefully you find them fun, because it's just me. It's just me today. Physical attributes. Appearance-wise, neomorphs are eyeless and have gray-white translucent skin, a fleshy spiked tail, an elongated bulbous head, and a sphincter-like facial orifice that distends to reveal a mouth full of cruel teeth. While their blood is translucent yellow like that of the xenomorph, it is not acidic. Well, hey, you know what? Thank you. Thank you for not having acidic blood. You're creepy in every other way, but thank you for not having the acidic blood. They make subtle clicking sounds, so they're annoying too. They make subtle clicking sounds and exhibit animal snarls and screeches, as well as making a distinct hooting sound as adults. Neomorphs are more animalistic than their xenomorph brethren and are clearly not as intelligent. Again, if this is from one of the other movies I haven't seen, I'm almost interested in watching that movie now, simply for the purpose of seeing the neomorph, not because I think any of the Alien movies are good after the second one. Stages. A neomorph's life cycle is broken down into 5 known stages, so it's a bug, got it, that are covered below, as well as various termination protocols associated with each stage. What is this, SCP now? Termination protocols? Sterilization. Neomorphs are genetically programmed to kill all life. Oh, lovely. Believed by some to be a derivative of the black liquid. Again, you don't touch the black goo. Everything points to the same freaking thing. Don't touch or make black goo. It's just that simple. It was likely designed by the engineers to clear a planet of any indigenous species still living after Agent Yada Yada had wiped out the majority of the planet's population. Just use the Genesis device. Star Trek had it right. Just launch it from space, man. What the hell is wrong with you? I'm not liking these engineers. I'm just saying. I prefer the Dark Horse explanation for the Xenomorph and pilot race. Well, we haven't got to the Xenomorph specifically themselves. Well, I guess we kind of did up above. This is Neomorph, but then again, maybe I'm being pedantic and don't know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah. And pilot. Oh, the engineers, is that the pilot race? Yeah, I don't know the difference. I don't know. To be fair, I don't know what Alien RPG bases it on. If it bases on the movies, or based on the books, or based on some crazy thing Ridley Scott came up with. I don't know. I think it may have said at the beginning of the book, but your game, your rules, sir. And if those actually make more sense for you, I would say absolutely use them. Small bulbous pods that grow like fungus. The egg sacs are the result of a mutagenic agent, blah, 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 interacting with pollen and microbial elements on the planet or in a spacecraft. Once formed, these bird's egg-sized pods tend to grow in clutches of 2d6, and there are often several clutches in any infected area. The egg sacs are the delivery system for the neomorphic motes. Oh my god, we're like dealing with freaking alien fleas. This is awesome. Containment termination. The best way to be rid of the egg sacs is to expose them to severe temperature changes. They can be destroyed with fire or made inert with liquid nitrogen. Oh, that's it? Just fire? I mean, fire is probably easy, but liquid nitrogen? Anybody bring a bottle of it with you? No? Oh, okay. Can't we just put them in an air-conditioned room? Jesus. All right, now stage 2, the neomorphic motes. When the egg sacs are disturbed, they release what appears to be a puff of pollen. Oh, God. Yep, I see where this is going. It's like myconids from Dungeons & Dragons. In reality, It's a synchronized swarm of highly infectious, motes. Smaller than grains of sand, these parasites are sometimes visible when clustering together to increase their locomotive capacities. Possessing a primal hive intelligence, the motes target the nearest potential host and zero in on unprotected orifices such as eyes, ears, nose, throat, or an open wound. From there, they enter the bloodstream and inject microscopic amounts of agent yada yada into the victim's white blood cells. Everything says, if I recall, Dark Horse Comics effectively an EU for the Alien, so it's expanded universe for Alien long ago. Most of it was retconned with some of the newer movies like Prometheus. Oh, okay. Yeah, but it's, just like Disney retconned the Star Wars EU. If I find the Star Wars EU better, which I will, then Disney can go pound sand. But I hear what you're saying. Infection. Because it's on the Rumble side and nobody else is seeing it, I probably should have put that on the screen. Oh, not. I know you had a comment as well, but this is the one I was reading too. So, exposure to neomorphic motes is handled as a disease with virulence 9. Ouch. If the first sickness roll fails, the patient enters stage 3 within one shift. 1 shift, 6 to 10 hours, 1 shift. So basically an 8-hour day. And you're screwed. Hey, no further sickness rolls are made. Isn't that nice? No. Like all insects, alien or otherwise, neomorphic motes tend to avoid smoke and are killed by fire. Fire, fire! Okay, neomorphic bloodburst. Oh, this just sounds more and more wonderful, each one of these stages. Neomorphic bloodburster. Okay, once the motes enter a host bloodstream, they deliver their microscopic payload and die. The injected, virus, or agent, begins to mutate white blood cells as they circulate through the body until they form a cancerous growth that becomes lodged in a vein or arterial wall. This tumor can take root in any bodily area of sufficient mass, such as the lungs, digestive tract, esophagus, or even the brain. Lovely. Forming an amniotic sac. The tumor begins rapidly converting the host's own mutated cells into a larval bloodburster. Okay, I'm going to pass out or throw up. I haven't figured out which yet. If lodged in a region of the body with dense muscle or bone and no easy egress, the gestating creature, develops dorsal spines to aid in its escape. When the newly formed bloodburster is ready to be born, it violently removes itself from the host, using its inordinate strength, spines, teeth, and claws to cut and tear through flesh, bone, and sinew. This process causes severe hemorrhaging, you think, and massive tissue damage in the host. It is always fatal and results in the birth of a bloodburster. Hey, from death comes life, right? Isn't that awesome? Good job. Bloodbursters have a bulbous head with sharp canines and run about on all fours. These rabid quadrupedal creatures rely on their speed and agility to avoid damage. Merging about 0.3 meters, about a foot, in length, bloodbursters continue to grow exponentially, visibly getting larger as they move about. I don't like these things. Highly aggressive, they lash out anything and everything around them. They use their claws, tail, and teeth to savagely maul their victims, right? All right, a patient entering stage 3 is immediately killed outright by the birth of the bloodburster. But what if it was in my arm? It didn't actually come out of my heart or my head or something. By the birth of the bloodburster, the newly born bloodburster takes 1 round to sluggishly free itself from the amniotic sac. Step on it. Hopefully you have steel toe boots. As soon as it's free, it flies into a savage raid and attacks any living creature it encounters. Poor kitty. See the table of signature attacks to the right. After just a few turns, the bloodburster enters stage 4. Remember, turns are what, the 10-minute version? 5-minute? Oh, I forget. 15-minute version? Rounds are 5 to 10 seconds. Turns are, was it 10 minutes? I don't remember off the top of my head. As a slow action, the bloodburster can sprint as if having used 2 run actions through 2 zones, or from an adjacent zone directly to an engaged range from a target. So it can surprise the crap out of you. Containment termination. All right, how do we kill these damn things? The best bet is to attack a bloodburster right after birth, before it has sluggishly freed itself from the amniotic sac. Yep. Fire. Any serious damage done to the creature at this time causes it to run off and hide while it rapidly grows into its juvenile form. How about step on it? Doesn't have acidic blood. Step on. Oh, here we go. Here the bloodburster attacks. All right, well, let's see what it does. All right, we want. And I got a 4. Terrifying hiss. The bloodburster jumps into the victim, showing its razor-sharp teeth and hissing. The victim must make an immediate panic roll. Okay, I can see that. You're all gross. Speed 3. Holy balls. That's health 2. So it doesn't have a lot of health. You can step on it. You can step on it. But it does have an armor rating 3 of all. Also, and then the neophyte juvenile neomorph. So this is after it's grown just a little bit. Speed is still 3, but its health is 4. It's a lot faster. Well, it's still okay. It's a little faster, and its armor rating bumps up a little bit. Stage 4. Remember, there are 5 stages. This isn't even the end yet. Growing from 1.2 to 1.8 meters in length, a juvenile neomorph continues to maneuver on all fours. All right, so it's like a rabid dog. While their heads are still bulbous, they have begun to elongate and taper to a point. Oh, it's an anteater. They're aggressive hunters who are hard to frighten away. Juveniles target one prey animal in a pack and devote all resources to taking that prey down, even going so far as to track it if it escapes. Feral and ferocious, a juvenile neomorph uses its sharp-tipped tail and teeth to attack. After one shift, the juvenile neomorph enters stage 5. Jeepers creepers, like in a day, it goes from 0 to hero. Like, what the hell? One shift, it goes from stage 3 to 4. One shift, it goes from stage 4 to 5. You go to sleep, you wake up, it's like, what the hell happened? A slow action, you can sprint, got that again. Okay, how do we kill these things? Even when taking weapons fire, juvenile neomorph is so focused on the attack that it ignores damage to itself until it becomes critical. Overwhelming concentrated fire will eventually take the thing out if it doesn't get you first. All right. I already said Marhakma multiple times. I haven't watched those movies. Not the ones with these goofballs in it. I don't even know which movie has it in it. The adult neomorph. All right, well, let's see what this nonsense is. As it reaches adulthood, the neomorph's smooth, eyeless head becomes more elongated and pointed. Soon it assumes a gaunt bipedal stance, reaching a height of 2.1 meters or more. Oh, it looks like a ghoul. Lovely. When the creature's mouth closes, its jawline is imperceptible, giving it an inquisitive, ethereal presence. Whatever. When provoked, the adult neomorph's upper jaw protrudes in a manner similar to a goblin shark, allowing it to grasp prey and pull it in for the kill. As adults, they utilize stealth tactics to hunt their prey, but they're still voracious carnivores. Oops. Apparently there was more to read. Oh, short lifespan. The life cycle of metabolism of neomorph is so fast. Okay. You know what? That makes sense. If it's becoming an adult in a day, I can understand the short lifespan. I get it. So fast that they quickly burn themselves out. An adult neomorph typically dies of natural causes within 24 hours, 4 shifts. Fungus interacting with the decaying corpse will be transformed into new spore stacks, continuing the cycle. Hooray. That reminds me very much of the Rick and Morty episode. I'm guessing that's where they got it from now. It was Protomortius, I think so it was probably Prometheus where this stuff came in, because they died really quickly. Sorry, just remembered some of the quotes from the movie. Oh, how do we kill? Adult neomorphs go down quickly with a full burst from a pulse rifle, but any automatic weapon does the job eventually. A finishing shot to the head is a good idea, as these creatures have been known to get up and attack even when they seem to be dead. Oh, okay. And those were the neo. Oh, hey, neomorph. Now we got the full-on neomorph attacks. Let's just read number 5. Throat bite. The neomorph bites the victim's throat. That's yummy. Roll for the attack using 8 base dice. Okay, well, that's cool. It's only 8 base dice. There's a chance it might not damage you. Low chance, but a chance. Damage 1. If the attack causes damage, automatically inflicts a critical injury. And then there's that. Even if the victim is not broken. Triggering an immediate panic roll. Well, yeah, if somebody's gnawing on your neck, non-consensual vampirism here. I get it. Xenomorph. Okay, I'm not reading the Xenomorph. We will look at. Oh, I guess I'll have to read the acid splash. I mean, hopefully by now you've seen the first 2 movies. I mean, they've been out for 40 years. Let's take a look at the acid splash, though, because that is, a specific attack that it has. When a xenomorph is wounded, some of its acid blood may splash on its attacker. I don't know. That happened, yeah. And anyone within engaged range. Each type of xenomorph inflicts a different level of acid splash damage. Only damage that draws blood causes an acid splash. All right, so hey, note that if you don't make it bleed, you probably won't kill it. Hence, a fire attack does not have this effect. Yeah, good point. The bigger the xenomorph, the more damage it has. I'm sorry, the bigger the xenomorph, and the more damage it has taken, the greater the splash. All right. Strength of an acid splash is based on the acid splash rating from the xenomorph plus the amount of damage the xenomorph took from the attack in base dice with damage 1. Armor reduces damage, but for each success rolled, the armor rating is also reduced by 1. This all makes sense. The acid eats through the armor. Got it. The acid blood will also affect the environment, may splash nearby ammo and grenades, or burn through floors, wiring, ship's hull, and so forth. The acid blood continues to burn after the initial splash. A victim who suffers damage from the initial splash suffers another attack each round at the start of the round, just like for fire damage. However, the number of base dice rolled for the attack is halved. At the start of each new round, the acid is slowly used up. If at any point an acid attack roll fails to inflict any damage, the acid has burned itself out, thank God, and the acid effect is over. If a victim is broken by the acid splash or suffers further acid splash damage when already broken, he must make a death roll every round until he either dies or is saved by a medical roll. Oof. Yeah. Acid bad. Come on, zoom out. Acid bad. Sprint. Resistant to vacuum. All right. Falling. Such beautifully adapted for climbing and jumping as such they can fall from great heights. Falling damage taken by xenomorphs divided by 4. Oh, wow. They take quarter damage from falling. Lovely. Immune to the cold. Extremely resistant to radiation. Up to 10 rads. They don't need respiration. How does it breathe? Oh, they don't know how it breathes. That's great. And has no heat signature. That's lovely. Yeah. Xenomorphs. And then, of course, we got the eggs. No, I'm not going to read this. We've got other morphs to go through. We have the egg. Oh, there you go. There's the egg. There's the face hugger. There's the chest burster. Which came first, the alien or the egg? Nobody knows. There's the scout. There's soldier. And, oh, there's our lovely little queen. There's the face hugger. Yep, got face hugging. What does it do? It does face hugging. That's all you need to know. You don't want to know the rest. It's gross. Ooh, face hugger attacks. We do want to do this. All right. What am I rolling? Oh, okay, I'm rolling my... this die roller isn't that small, and I keep missing it. All right, I rolled a 1. Skittering menace. The face hugger has chosen its host and knows it's coming for him. It skitters forward single-minded and horrifyingly spider-like. The victim suffers +1 stress level and must make an immediate panic roll. Yeah, you just see it coming for you. That's awesome. And by awesome, I mean horrible. Sage Tree chest burster. Boom. All right, got it. Burst the chest burster, kills the host outright. Yep, saw that coming. Okay. And you can see the stats there. Oh, chest burster attack. Oh, let's see what it can do. I roll a 5. Leg slash. With a snarl, the chest burster slashes its target's legs, metallic teeth flashing in the light. Roll for the attack using 6 base dice. Okay, that's not a lot, but it does damage too, so, it's going to hurt you. The attack causes damage, automatically inflicts a critical... Oh, then there's that. So, yeah, it's only 6 base dice, but if it does damage to you, it inflicts a critical injury. And a panic roll. Lovely. That's fantastic. Yep, you're done. Just to let you know, you aren't with us anymore. Sorry. The Stalker, Scout Drone. Silent Assassin Drone. When making a stealth roll or sneak attack from within the same zone, the drone is so silent it gets -2 to observation. That's for the drone. Now for the Feral Hunger, the Stalker is insatiable need to kill it, makes an attack that causes damage, will immediately make a second attack. So if it damages you once, it's going to damage you twice. Great. That's I hate you. All right, let's what do we got here? I got another one. What's one? Hypnotizing gaze. The xenomorph, eyeless as it may seem, stares deeply into the soul, likes long walks on the beach, and stares lovingly into you, envisioning a future of merriment and 3 kids and white picket fences. Or stares deeply into the soul of its victim. The victim is mesmerized by the dread beauty of such a beast. If I don't move, it won't see me. I think that's more so what it's doing. It's like a kid hiding under a blanket, If I'm under the blanket, it can't see me, right? They stand in awe of what nature or God or devil has created to get +1 stress level, but it's so beautiful. Why would I get stress level? And must make an immediate panic roll. And then the soldier, worker, or sentry. And let's just look at an attack from one of them. I got 2. One for all. The Xeno leaps at the largest group of enemies and roars a challenge, sweeping its arms, legs, tail through the ranks. All targets within short range must succeed at a mobility roll and be knocked off their feet, taking 1 point of damage. All targets must make an immediate panic. Dude, that is great for busting up formations. A Xenomorph just lands in the middle of your formation, just starts flailing around. Makes sense, too. Wow. 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 Just wow, 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 wow. Okay. And Praetorian Crusher or Queen. They get special attacks too? Oh, hey, yeah, they do. All right, cool. Got a 6. Headbite. The Xenomorph opens its mouth wide and the inner jaws lash out. The attack uses 10 base dice damage too. If it causes any damage, the victim immediately suffers a critical hit to the face. Oh, no, it specifically says immediately suffers critical injury number 64. You're dead. That's what it is. If it does number 6, you're dead. That's it. No ifs, ands, or buts. Dead. Oh, stage 7 and beyond. Oh, that's great. It can even go beyond this point. Why not? Why not? Then we got hives. Not going to read about that. And that's it. Okay, I guess it was just neomorphs and xenomorphs. I thought it was going to talk about ultramorphs and all that other nonsense, but I guess it does not. If that doesn't instill the fear of insert deity here to you, I don't know what to tell you. Xenomorphs are no joke. And remember, xenomorphs, more so than the neomorphs, it specifically said it, are smart. I absolutely be like, okay, we got our plan set up. We're gonna be here. We're gonna group up and we're going to shield ourselves and we're gonna group fire. And then it jumps into you, knocks you all about, and then takes you out one at a time. Best laid plans and all that stuff. Or, okay, I'm going to be over here. You're going to be over here. You're going to be up there. We're going to stay separate and we're going to have our angle of fire, some Overwatch. And then you're taken out one at a time with that sneaky. Dude, what the hell? No. They're naughty. They shouldn't exist. Oh, man. That's why the game's Alien, and that's why there's a lot of stress, and that's why I suggest you go play Bambis and Clovers and not Alien RPG. So, hey, Nerds Nerd, good to see you. Hives are awesome dungeons. Yeah, I don't want to go too much into some of this. When I skimmed through it, it looked like there's a little spoilery stuff there. So I didn't want to pop that out. I could be wrong, but yeah. In A4, 2 Xenos killed the third to escape. Oh, okay. Hives are what you get when you don't kill them. Yeah, right. So, yeah. I think this quote, this is, I want to put this on the screen because I think this is something that Game Mothers, should this one. Hives are awesome dungeons. A science fiction dungeon. Even if you're the type, I hate dungeons. No, just remember the Aliens movie, man. Yeah. How creepy was that nonsense? Just how creepy was it? Bunnies and burrows sounds about right if you're trying to recover from this. Yeah. Right. Wait, isn't that based on Watership Down, though? That's a very depressing... Or is there another game that's based on Watership Down? But yeah, at this point, yeah, bunnies and burrows.